Welcome back to Mosh Pits, ladies and gentlemen. This is a little segment of ours that we're doing. It's not exactly a new segment, called The Treasure Pit, where we're digging through the eldritch abyss of Steam indie games to try to find a little nugget of gold for you all to play.
There's so much in the abyss.
Yeah, and we think we found something pretty hot for y'all tonight.
Yes.
This game's called Backbone.
Yeah.
Is our little morsel tonight. Developed by Eggnut and published by what does that say? Raw Fury? I can't read.
Yeah, Raw Fury.
This game just came out June 8th, so last month. It's almost exactly a month old, actually, the night we filmed this. Might be a little bit older by the time it gets up, but
You play as an anthropomorphic raccoon, like Gumshoe, essentially. You're a detective.
yeah.
You're given a case, trying to solve it.
Here's, they call it a post-noir narrative adventure, so it's kind of like... There was a little bit of action that we stumbled across, but for the most part, it's you're a private investigator and you're going around like talking to people and trying to like work out a case on the fly. Kind of, I guess point and click is how it's intended to be played. We played it with a controller.
You know, even though that's a very, very simple gameplay, it's the world that is the big star of this.
Yeah, very, very immersive.
Guess we should point out we've only played the first act
Yeah.
just to get an idea of the game.
And we spent about an hour on it. I know from the Steam achievements, there's at least 5 acts. I don't know how much further it goes from there, but I mean...
Still, the first act was compelling enough.
It was fantastic.
I am already thoroughly impressed with this.
Just enough time to clean up.
Like, even the natural ruffling of the leaves.
Oh, okay. I'm looking for Detective Lotor. Is that you? We spoke on the phone. Okay, it's a client.
Skipping work.
Wow, that's
Say
a
what kind
lot
of smell?
A lot of questions to ask.
Perfume and not mine. Alcohol, smoke, and something poignant.
Kind of
Herbal stink.
Oh, he's just out there smoking the ganja, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I like the multi-dimensional conversation there. I'm loving
It's
the art
very
style.
layered.
I would probably not give nearly as much a shit about this if it weren't for the art style, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, oh, holy shit. Oh, so now we're out and about. Look at this, dude.
It's like something like that. Walk in.
okay. So we're getting somewhere now.
Was his hat green?
I thought it said, was it hot grease at first?
I like me some hot grease.
With a lady in jade colored dress and went upstairs.
Ooh. Thanks and enjoy the show. We gotta go upstairs and find a prostitute in a jade dress. Jade dress.
Yo!
Hey, I talked to everybody. Isn't this too dreamy?
Isn't she supposed to be singing right now?
Oh, you're really trying to hit on that Cocker Spaniel, buddy.
Who the pleasure?
Ladies
Boss.
first.
Yeah, yeah. Ladies first.
Ladies.
Oh.
Damn it! he's really being the gumsho here.
Sorry, I'm really lasered on it.
Go to the Mackenzie and proceed along the roofs, but you should know that Bo is kind of a dick nugget. Yeah, okay.
Here we go.
Here's stealth time. Man, like the music is doing such a great job, like setting the...
Oh, you got goo-gooed. Nope, never mind.
Oh, I'm in front of... Okay.
Nice. Yeah, let's just hang out here for a minute.
Oh, okay, distraction.
It's a distraction.
All right.
He's coming back. Oh, no, he just... Oh, my God.
Wow.
At first I thought I just tasted it
Yeah.
and was getting myself in shit.
This is tense,
And
man.
I guess this one's gotta...
Oh, shit.
I think I fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know what to do now.
Well, remember that you can dial the... Oh, shit! Okay.
Damn! Probably the most striking that I would say out of the game right off the bat is the whole look of the game, the graphic style, the art style, I guess.
Yeah. It's very much, as it's stated, a post-noir. I tried to discern what the time period was for this. It's kind of a mix. There are some things that are like, well, it talks about wireless communicators, so You know, it might be varied technology, but there's also like 1950s cars rolling around. It's very film noir, and it's held together with this incredibly detailed pixel art style.
That's what blows me away, man. It's all pixel art. Like, this stuff had to have been hand animated, and there is so much.
Well, every scene
movement.
every scene was carefully articulated. Like, there was even a shot wherever we get into a bar during one of the cases, and just for a moment when your character's sitting in the bar, it pans over every part of the bar. It pans over the drinks at the counter. It pans over the singer at the stage. It really forces you to look at all of this scenery, and it's so very delicately layered.
I feel like a lot of people might be turned off by pixel graphics initially, but these are really well done. And it seems like there's a bit of a mix, because we were on the street. The street seemed to be like 3D rendered,
Yeah.
and then the background and everything else was pretty much pixelated.
Meshed
It's like a parallax effect,
too.
essentially.
It was
It was just perfect.
Yeah.
And then we have like the hand-drawn art.
absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. Pixel art to me is very easily accessible as a game styling, and this is just pushed even further. I was surprised to see in some of the hallways of one particular part of the first act where there are literal pixel recreations of like famous paintings, one of which being like Gustav Klimt, hanging on the walls. It's like that little bit of detail to how the world looks, how the culture is, it's all present.
There's a lot of pixel games that look cheap and bad. And like he said, it's a good entryway for people who first start making games.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but this looks masterfully done. So,
I don't have anything else to say about it. It's graphics for me, as far as like the art style and the visuals of the game, 5 out of 5.
Yep, full on.
same for me.
Perfect.
There's no other way we can give that one.
I played the game. Well, we all kind of played a part. I just kind of moved. But
How did it feel? Like, you could run, you could crouch.
everything felt good. I mean, this type of game, it's not an action game, so
No.
there's not a whole lot to talk about in controls when you're just walking and picking dialogue. The one problem we had was when we were trying to figure out that puzzle, moving the papers around with the controller, it wasn't grabbing the papers. I kept doing it and it wouldn't move.
Now, it's
So-
worth noting, we're playing the PC version of the game. So this game is available on Xbox, Switch, and PlayStation, where you wouldn't have a mouse. So it might feel a little better on console, hopefully. But for us, once we figured out to put down the controller and grab the mouse instead, I feel like, would you say those puzzles got a lot easier after that?
It
Like,
worked
felt a lot
perfectly
better?
fine with the mouse.
So-
the controller was just being weird.
Yeah, there's just a little caveat there.
For what we played, I mean, I'd just give it a 4. I'd give it a 5, but the weirdness of the controller, I'm not going to buy every version to see if it works. So,
Yeah, fair.
but once we use the mouse, it worked perfectly fine. So, if you're playing on PC, it's a 5, but I'll just give it a 4 for the weirdness there.
I'd say the same. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Fair
Give it a
enough.
5.
Story and dialogue. This is where we really get into the nitty gritty of what's going on
this
here.
is the game here, the story and dialogue.
Absolutely.
Yep. So your story, it's a typical noir. You're starting as a detective. You're starting with a case. You know, you get a little bit of a background on that detective in the beginning.
Which I liked that you got his background by kind of like walking around the room and looking at his possessions and things.
Exactly.
That was interesting.
Yeah. And then from there, you're introduced to your first case, and you're introduced to this really well put together dialogue tree.
Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever played a game with.
It kind of plays a little bit like Phoenix Wright in that sense. Like, you're going down section by section on dialogue, reviewing back the dialogue that you had. To kind of build yourself into it.
You kind of find yourself having to try to, as a private investigator, you're sort of trying to squeeze information out of people, but
And that's where it shines, though.
Yeah, you find yourself really trying to play that psychology element. Like, do we want to just rush in and get cut to the chase, or do we want to try to, warm up to this person and butter them up a little bit?
And that's part of the layered dialogue that this absolutely fucking nails.
And each character that we talked to, I felt like really had their own personality.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you can pull out certain information from them, just by going kind of with the flow in a sense. You could play that good cop, bad cop. You could dig out more information. Hell, there was even a point where we were trying to introduce ourselves as someone completely different.
And it's I mentioned earlier in the night as we were playing, it's immersive enough that like as you're walking down the city street, like if you're the type like Josh here where you want to stop and like look at everything, like you'll be there all night. There's so much to look at.
As far as the stories go, I mean, I think it's really easy for games that are heavily story-based to start out boring and slow.
Yeah.
Not this.
I got invested pretty quick. As soon as
right away. Yeah.
I wouldn't say I wasn't interested before, but like as soon as we were talking to the first character, I was already interested in making the dialogue choices. And I would like to play through this all the way. Yeah. Just to see like,
absolutely,
did my choices here actually change something? Or
exactly. Yeah. Does this affect different endings? Does this affect certain events?
That's the thing for me. Without even playing any of the other acts, like I already want to go back through Act 1 again. Yep. Just to pick different things to see, what changes and what doesn't,
Yeah, because there was one place in particular, I'm not going to spoil anything, that we find and we get kind of kicked out of because we didn't, we played one dialogue tree differently.
Yeah.
What would happen if we changed it a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
And there's potential for that. And God, just every character you're meeting along the way, 5 out of 5.
Honestly, yeah.
It kept my interest. Yeah. That's the goal of it.
Same here. I'm gonna say 5 out of 5. Yeah.
It kept my interest, and it's building to something more. Like the first act already leaves you on a jaw dropper.
And I wish we could finish it, because if the story's bad, that could knock the points down. But
yeah,
as of Act 1, definitely a 5.
Yeah.
The music was
beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous. It was background music. None of the tunes really like jumped out at me as being particularly catchy in our little playthrough, but it did a very, very good job of setting the mood for the particular area that you're in.
Even setting off moments of like suspense.
Yeah.
They all roll into one another with each whatever, crescendo, whatever the fuck terminology y'all use in music.
Yeah.
But basically, every bit of exploration has some sort of cinematic quality to it in the music department.
Absolutely.
Like everything you do, whether or not you're in like a very dark corridor, whether you're about to be caught.
The two spots that I found the most striking were when we first went into the bar.
Yeah.
And they've got like the lounge singer and everything, and like the music actually had like a voice and like words and stuff with it. Yeah. It did a really good job of setting that like that lounge kind of mood,
Yeah.
And then the other
lizards everywhere.
Yeah. The other spot was like Dylan mentioned, when we were sneaking around, we snuck into the back door of a place and the music got very tense.
Yes.
Very quickly, and all of a sudden we were like, oh, okay, we're gonna be hiding from something here.
Yeah, so this is the music is just as immersive as the environments themselves.
I really don't think I have much else to add. Music's good and it fits.
Yeah, it's not like it has some jazzy tones. It also has some building denouement. I don't know what the fuck.
Denouement.
Like,
it's very dynamic.
Yes,
I think is what he's
there we
he's
go.
looking
That's
for.
that's what we're looking for.
A lot of ups and downs. It does a great job setting the mood and the ambiance.
Yeah,
I'd give it a 5 out of 5.
Oh yeah, 5.
Yeah, 5.
We might be giving this a perfect 5, boys.
Yeah, this is.
I'm really impressed for the first one we did.
I know. All right, so the last little section that we got here is about the gameplay, which is a little weird on this game because we talked so much about it during the dialogue section.
Yeah.
Because this game is 90% of it is
It is.
dialogue.
It's dialogue and events and probably a few QuickTime events here and there.
One thing that I wanted to touch on that we haven't talked about tonight, though, was the locker puzzle.
Yeah, that was a brain tickler.
Oh, that felt great.
That was a brain tickler.
We're sliding papers around. We knew there was a combination lock that we had to open, and we had a suspicion that it had something to do with all these scattered papers on the locker. So we're sliding shit around and moving things. And finally, we were like, we might be overthinking this. I don't know. And then suddenly, things start clicking for us, and it's like, okay, we slide this here, and we got this, and we slide this here. Okay, there's a number, and it.
Granted, it took all three of us trying to figure it out.
It did, but it was, for me at least, it was like right when I was at the verge of being like, no,
bro, did it give you some serotonin when you figured
absolutely.
it out?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was very satisfying to solve that.
Like, I felt like I had a big brain. I felt like I had a really big brain.
And
this is a big brain game.
Absolutely.
The one thing that I did notice, and this kind of goes back to animation a little bit, I kind of wish there was some animations for like when you get caught in certain sections. That was something I missed.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, boop, you lost.
Yeah,
Like,
it kind of just does that, and would be nice to see, you know, what potentially happens to our character whenever they're caught.
Yeah, that was really surprising the first time that.
That's actually the only detracting thing I have for this. So yeah, this game definitely has a backbone, for sure. Yeah, I went there.
Yeah.
So this game is available for $25 right now on Steam. So we don't know the price of the Switch copy yet because the Switch one's not out.
Yeah, we should specify for you guys, because I told y'all earlier it was available on console. It's not available on console yet. It will be coming to Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. It's currently out on Steam, whatever the Windows Store is, GOG, and Epic Games.
Oh man.
So it's PC. You can find it just about anywhere, no matter what store you're using. Console.
Well, then I implore
You'll get it soon.
everybody to buy this game on PC so that we can all eventually get to our console copies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this probably deserves it. In fact, it's probably a multi-playthrough kind of game.
Oh, dude, yeah. Like I said, we didn't even finish we just barely finished the first part, and I already want to replay it to see how things can pan out differently, you know? It's...
Yeah, it's, we're definitely giving this a full-on thumbs up.
Yeah, this game's like when you go, like, dumpster diving because you're hungry, and you find, like, a whole fucking pizza.
And it's not even touched by a single fly.
Yeah.
Or a raccoon.
Like somebody just threw it out and it's still warm because it had like a topping on it that they didn't want, so they were being babies about it, you know?
I guess though you
pick it off, you baby.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is kind of, it makes sense. This is a brand new game that just came out June 9th. So I mean, oh my God. Exactly a month ago at this point. So it was freshly thrown out.
Hell yeah.
So it's a fresh pizza.
Were you all gonna give this one a 5 out of 5?
Yeah, all the tomatoes.
I had that 1-4, but I think I'm just gonna give it an overall 5.
I'm giving it a 5
Screw
out of 5. This is
because the 4 is subjective anyway.
Dude, out of all the treasure pits that we've done so far, this is by far
by far
my favorite game that we've touched.
Yeah, this was awesome.
For what was this, 25 bucks? It's a little pricey for an indie game, and I would still say it's 100% worth it.
Even if the Switch version comes out and it's like 35, honestly, worth it.
I would give my next year's worth of salary and my firstborn child to play this game.
Oh, damn. All right. He's giving it all up, baby. Yeah, so for Backbone, this is 100%. This is good shit.
Please support Eggnut.
Please give them your nut and your egg.
Oh, I guess that's all we got for tonight then.
Yeah,
Thank you all for sticking around.
Thanks for joining on the Treasure Pit.
Go play Backbone.
If you have a backbone, son.